What's good everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of Mythsmashers, where I break down some of the common myths about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and either confirm or smash them. Let's get started. If Kirby copies Lucario's neutral special, the Aura Sphere does more damage depending on Kirby's percent. Smashed. The damage stays the same regardless of percent. Which is kind of ironic considering the move is called Aura Sphere, but if you take away the aura, it's just a sphere. Wow, this video is off to a rocky start. Mr. Game & Watch's Oil Panic is a projectile. Smashed. Even though it looks like a projectile, it's just a big hitbox really. It's honestly a shame because if it was a projectile, you might be able to bucket it into another Game & Watch's bucket. Just a thought. If Rosalina becomes metal, Luma will also become harder to launch. Smashed. I forgot to test this with ice climbers. However, I think only one of them can be metal at a time, unless both of them individually pick up the power-up. Unfortunately, nothing can save Luma from being ridiculously easy to launch. Ike's up special goes higher than Chrom's up special. Smashed. The only difference between these two moves is that Chrom's hitbox comes out faster. However, there's no hitboxes on the way up. He only has them at the start and at the peak of his up special, and of course on the way down. Pichu can kill himself in stamina with self-damage. Confirmed. Honestly, it is what I expected, but let's take a look at this again. Do you see the despair in its eyes? It just kind of lies down because it can't control its own attacks and just lays on the floor. This is so sad. Can we hit? Reflectors work on projectiles that don't have a hitbox on the way to their destination. For example, PK Flash and Freeze, Din's Fire, Explosive Flame, Snake C4, etc. Confirmed, except for Snake's C4. All the moves I mentioned except for the last one work similarly. However, I guess Snake's C4 is different because you can plant it on the ground and therefore it stops being a projectile, I guess. If you use the Super Armor Spirit, that means you'll never take knockback, except from grabs. Smashed. It only works until you're supposed to get knocked back really far. So if you get hit by a smash attack at around 80%, your super armor won't work anymore. It's basically Bowser's tough guy mechanic on steroids. We can't see Alucard in Wii Fit Studios' mirror. If you don't know, Alucard is an assist trophy. Confirmed, I guess. My original question is can we see him in the mirror, but that was assuming we can summon him. It turns out we can't even summon him at all. Like, I go on any other stage and he's ready to appear from the assist trophy section in the items, but on this stage he's just missing. Honestly, it's great attention to detail. Bayonetta can witch time Little Max KO punch. Confirmed. This seems to be the only counter in the game that can do so. Except maybe Revenge, but I'll test that in a different episode. Because Witch Time and Revenge are the only two non-conventional counters in the game, to my knowledge. Inkling can avoid Peach's final smash by charging Ink. Smashed. I thought maybe going into this stage would help because I know it affects you regardless of whether you're in the air or on the ground, but maybe if you're inside the stage it would make a difference. However, there's still a little bit of Inkling's hurt box above the ground, so I guess that allows Peach to rip Inkling out of the ground and put them to sleep. The Death's Scythe item, let me know if I pronounced that right by the way, when at kill percent, it kills the user when countered. Smashed. Even if both people are at high percent, the insta-kill mechanic doesn't carry over to the counter. It only works from its original user. I guess the counter can only store damage and knockback values. Ken's final smash animation can kill himself off the side. Confirmed. As far as I know, it's the only final smash you can kill yourself with if you successfully land it. It still kills the opponent first though, so potentially you could use it to cheese someone out of their last stock. Ness loses control of PK Thunder when it's reflected. Confirmed. I only have 2 hands, so I couldn't test whether the reflecting character could control it after reflecting the move. Also, I forgot to test it with Snake's side special, but I assume it works the same. Shulk's Monado Arts and Incineroar's Revenge affect the damage they do on their final smashes. Confirmed. Revenge probably would have been more effective if I didn't use most of its energy on the Smash Ball, but you can see there was still a slight increase. I only tested the Buster art with Shulk because I think it's the only one that lasts long enough to make it through the final Smash animation. Damage increase from spirits also affects reflectors and counters. Smashed, except apparently Palutena's counter did 1% more. I don't know why this would be, but we're just gonna say it's smashed, because that's not a significant enough difference really. Rosalina can use Luma while she's asleep. Confirmed. I thought they took out all the BS where Luma can act while Rosalina can't, but it looks like that only applies to while she's in hit stun and while she's grabbed. 2 Corrins can still counter each other indefinitely. Smashed. This was a thing in Smash 4 because the counters were slow enough to recover and keep countering each other's hitboxes. However, in Smash Ultimate, all the slower counters are now faster, and they have too much end lag to do this anymore. King Dedede's Inhale keeps the damage and knockback the same when reflecting a move. Smashed. It's not a traditional reflector, but it seems to work on all moves, even vertical ones like Pikachu's Thunder. It also increases the damage and knockback of his own Gordos. So if someone tries to return the Gordo to him, Dedede can send it back himself with an Inhale. Tilting Marth's Shieldbreaker up allows it to deal more shield damage. Smashed. This was shown in his character trailer, so I assumed it might be something significant, but really it's just if you want to shield poke with Shieldbreaker, which kind of ruins the point, but alright. And finally, moves that don't deal knockback can still be countered. Confirmed. I thought since the counter's knockback increases when it counters a powerful move, what happens if there's no knockback at all? It turns out every counter has a base damage and knockback, meaning even if you hit it with a really weak move, it'll still do this much damage and this much knockback. Thank you everyone for watching. If you want to submit your own myths in the comments below, feel free to do so. If I heart your comment, that means I'm going to use it in the future, but not necessarily the next episode. I have a huge backlog of myths because everyone seems to really love this series, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'll try to get to everyone that I heart eventually. I'm also working on some animations for Confirmed and Smashed. Overall, in future episodes, I plan on making this look a lot more aesthetic. I might do transitions between myths, I might put effects on the text. This is by far my most popular series, and I want to treat it as such. I want to make sure these are high quality, so you can look forward to those kind of glow ups in the future. But for now, I'll catch you in my next video. See ya.